A letter to my grandson. Dear grandson, if you are reading this, then I am no longer around. But in these pages, I've left you something more enduring than my presence. A piece of my mind, my questions, and my journey through the maze of human belief, morality, and meaning. I want to tell you a story. Not the kind with dragons and castles, but the kind made of real life. It's the story of how I pulled back the curtain that veiled the world and dared to look at what stood behind it. I was born into faith. Like many in the Western world, I was raised in the church. My family were pillars in the religious community, pastors, deacons, and deeply faithful women. My grandmother had those calendar pictures of Jesus, the ones with the soft eyes and flowing hair, like a white shepherd in the sky. We prayed, we worshipped, and we were taught to believe that this was truth with a capital T. But somewhere in my teenage years, something shifted. It wasn't anger, it wasn't rebellion. It was a quiet, persistent question that wouldn't go away. What if what I've been told isn't the full story? The crack in the wall. One day, I looked at that familiar calendar Jesus and thought, that's not him. I didn't know exactly why, but I could feel it. This wasn't the real face of whatever divinity might exist. If they lied about the face, what else had they painted over? That single crack in the wall became a floodgate. I read, I listened, I questioned. I found people like Alan Watts, who spoke not in commands, but in invitations. He didn't hand me answers. He handed me tools. Tools for thinking, for doubting, for wondering. And I realized something radical. Most of what we call truth is human-made. Religion, borders, money, morality, systems, status. All scaffolding we built to keep ourselves from falling apart. What seems true after all of it? If I could pass on what I think is plausibly true after all my searching, it would be this. You are conscious, and that matters. You think, you feel, you suffer. That awareness is real, even if we don't fully understand it. That's the mystery worth honoring. Everything is connected. No one exists in isolation. The flap of a butterfly wing in one corner of the world can ripple through ecosystems, economies, hearts. Be mindful of your place in the web. Morality is a human language. There is no universal scoreboard in the sky, but you do have a compass, empathy, reason, and responsibility. Use them to do good, not because you'll be punished or rewarded, but because it's right. Death is inevitable, and that's not tragic. What gives life meaning is its finiteness. Every breath is a page in your story. Don't waste the ink. God, if he exists, doesn't sit on a throne. The white-bearded judge in the clouds? Likely a myth, but awe, mystery, transcendence? Those are real, and you can find them in music, in silence, in love, in the stars. Why did we make religion then? Because we were scared. Because we were barbaric and needed rules. Because we needed stories to make sense of death, suffering, and the unknown. Religion helped organize us. It gave our ancestors moral scaffolding before we had laws, science, or human rights. It united tribes and softened grief. But it also created division, war, guilt, and dogma. Like training wheels, religion served its purpose. But now, it's time to learn to ride without them. The deeper questions I leave with you. These are not riddles to solve, but lenses to live through. What is real and how do you know it? Do you believe something because it's true, or because it comforts you? What does it mean to be good when no one's watching? Are you living your life, or the script handed to you? Can you stand in the unknown without rushing to explain it? If you can sit with these questions, truly sit, you'll become a man of wisdom, not just knowledge. Your inheritance. You won't find riches in my will, but you'll find something rarer. Permission. Permission to question. Permission to feel deeply. Permission to walk away from what no longer rings true. permission to build something better. If there's any divinity in this universe, I believe it would be proud of a mind that dares to evolve and a heart that dares to love without fear. And if there isn't, then all the more reason to live beautifully, honestly, and fully. Because this is the one life we know we get. So go live it well. With all my heart, your grandfather.